What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video, and in this video we're going to be going over the best thing added in every single year in GTA Online since it came out in 2013. So let's get started with the year 2013. 2013 is the release year for GTA 5 and GTA Online, and surprisingly this year has 4 DLCs, with there only being like one real one. And the first one ever, like the first GTA DLC ever, was the Beach Bum update. And the best thing to come out of this DLC was the BF Bifta, which you can also make the RC car from Toy Story, which I did with this customization. And it surprisingly offers a lot of customization. But yeah, so like the early years of GTA Online were definitely like experimental, like I guess you could say, because they just came out with like so many like DLCs with like no like real good content. But yeah, let's get into 2014 now. Rockstar came back in 2014 with a whopping 8 DLCs, which were all pretty mid or pretty bad, whatever you want to call it. But the best thing added was the Zentorno, or the homing launcher, but I think I'm going to go with the Zentorno for this one, since that's like the most iconic GTA Online vehicle, maybe besides like the Vapid Bullet or like the Banshee or something like that. But the homing launcher is still used today, and so is the Zentorno. I mean, the Zentorno is still decent, but in my opinion, it's honestly closer to a tie. So yeah, now let's get into 2015. There was really no competition for 2015. It is easily the Heists update, which easily saved the game. And the Heists still pay okay nowadays, but there's also some decent vehicles added in 2015, such as the T20, Savage, NH3Y, Insurgent. And also, if you guys want me to make a part 2 of like quality of life updates with like removing phone contacts and stuff like that, let me know, and I will make a video like that. Anyways, let's get into 2016. In 2016, we saw the addition of our first business in the game with the Finance and Felony update, which gave us special crate warehouses, which are actually still used today. I still use this. I actually just sold my media warehouse, got like 700k from it, which is kind of insane. You get even more if you sell it on a public session. But also this year also added the special vehicle warehouses. It's like the vehicle version of this, but I don't think you make as much money as you do with the crate warehouses, and the crate warehouses are like passive. Here, I guess I'll just show that real quick since I'm in here. But you just basically go talk to this guy, and then he'll also source you a crate. He source you 1, 2, or 3 for 7,500. But yeah, now let's get into 2017. Alright, for 2017, I'm going to have to give this one to the Doomsday Heist, or the Facility, whatever you want to call it. The heist itself gives around 15 hours of content. Even though the pay is not really the highest for the amount of work you do, it is still fun. And this update also brought like a ton of vehicles too, which I guess are stored in the facility, such as like the Kanjali, the Chernobog, and stuff like that. Vehicles are actually pretty fun to use. And also, I use this as my off-roading garage, since I'm like in the middle of nowhere up north. But yeah, so that's 2017. I really do think that the Doomsday Heist, or Facility, like I said, whatever you want to call it, is the best thing added, because it also gave us access to the orbital cannon and like the strike teams, which are actually very fun to use, by the way. And yeah, let's get into 2018. Now 2018 is a tougher one for me because it's between the Nightclub and the Oppressor Mark II, but I think I'm going to go with the Oppressor on this one, since it used to only be $4 million and have like the best missiles in the game, but since then it has been nerfed. But I'm pretty sure it got nerfed in like 2023, so it had 5 years where it was like the best vehicle in the game, and it's still pretty decent, but it is now 6 million and 8 million. But then again, the Nightclub is like the most expensive business, because to run it efficiently you need all the technicians, all the like cargo warehouses, and you need like 5 to 6 businesses just to get all technicians. So yeah, it is definitely the most expensive business, but I'm actually happy with the Oppressor Mark II on this list. I know some people might hate on me for it, but this deal, or like 2018, also brought a few other things, such as like the Scramjet and like the Nightclub delivery vehicles, obviously, and like the Terabyte. But I think the Oppressor Mark II is the safe answer, since it's one of the most iconic vehicles in GTA Online's lifespan / history. So yeah, now let's get into 2019. For 2019, I'm actually going to combine 2 DLCs for the best. which is the casino and the casino heist update. I believe it's like the Diamond Casino Resort update or something like that, which the heist was the best in the game at the time, but now it's replaced by the next one on this list. But the casino is a place where players can obviously earn money, and there's like a penthouse there and stuff, and also people can also spin the wheel like right here. But yeah, also you can actually make decent money from like horse betting and like blackjack and stuff, but like you're not always gonna win. But I know there is some people who also put like the slot machines and won like $2 million, so it's definitely doable. It's just you have to have good luck. But yeah, now let's get into 2020. For 2020, it's another very easy one for me, and it's easily like the Kasadka/Cayo Perico heist, which is still the best heist in the game, even after being nerfed like 3 to 4 times. And it gave us access to a whole new area on the map, which is the Cayo Perico Island. And I used to run this heist actually all the time, but I don't really run it anymore just because the setups got really old to me. And also, this DLC also gave us a Sparrow, which I guess isn't really part of the DLC, but I mean, it is part of the DLC, but it's not part of like the heist itself. But the Sparrow is also very good. And the Kasadka also gave us access to the guided missiles, which are actually a lot of fun to use, which I actually do kind of recommend picking them up. I need to buy them again. I think they're like 1.7 million. But yeah, for 2020, it's easily the Cayo Perico heist. Let's get into 2021. 2021, this is another pretty easy one in my opinion, and it is the agency, which gave us access to the Dr. Dre heist, which pays $1 million or $2 million when it's on double money, obviously, but usually $1 million. But a lot of people like to run it when it is on double money. And Imani Tech, which Imani Tech is still very useful. Stuff like the Buffalo STX, Ocelot Virtue, Canis Terminus, and stuff like that. Also, some HSW vehicles have it, which makes them very overpowered, such as like the Grotti Atali Stinger GTO TT, I think it's called, something like that. It's a very long name. But yeah, that is 2021. 2022, we have another easy one, and it is very easily the Acid Lab. The submissions are very easy, and the production speed is also very fast. And the way to get it is actually pretty easy too. You just gotta do the first missions up in Sandy Shores, first dose missions or whatever they're called. There's only like 5 of them or 6, which they're pretty easy. But yeah, that's it for 2022. Let's get into 2023. For 2023, there's not really a ton of competition either. I think it's the Raiju easily though, because it is the fastest jet or vehicle in the game, and it does have a very good cannon. The only thing that's not, and it does have VTOL as well, and stealth. But the only thing that's not really good on it is the missiles, but I think you can get by with that since it's literally the best at seriously everything else. But there's not really anything too great in this year either, because that's the year of the San Andreas Mercenaries and the Chop Shop DLC, which kinda sucked. I mean, it was okay. It's still decent, but nowhere near as good as like the Acid Lab or something like that. But yeah, let's get into 2024. For 2024, there actually is a little bit of competition with the Garment Factory. Not really the bail office, since the bail office is easily the worst business in the game, at least in my opinion. But the Banshee is actually pretty decent. It's actually the fastest like land vehicle in the game. I still think the Raiju is faster overall. But this also does have Imani Tech. But yeah, it's really just between this and the Garment Factory, and I do think I am going to give the edge to the Banshee GTS, and I don't know where my car went, but yeah, for some reason despawned. But yeah, let's just get into 2025. In 2025, since the summer DLC and obviously the winter DLC hasn't come out yet, we're just going to go with the Coquette D5, which is part of the Oscar Guzman Flies Again. And this vehicle is kind of disappointing, not going to lie, but I would rather have this than like the new Titan or the new Iron Mule, since I think those kind of suck in my opinion, but they're honestly not that terrible. I'm a big fan of Corvettes and stuff. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see a part 2 on like quality of life changes like throughout the years, then let me know and I will make a part 2, or I guess like a follow-up video to this. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and peace out.